G'day gang, I'm Adam. I'm an agronomist and today I'm going to tell you about how important bees are to the process of pollination. In this orchard we have about 15,000 cherry trees which produce over a couple of 100 tonne of cherries every year. But without our little bee friends there will be no cherries. Well, not so many anyway. You see, the bees help us pollinate the plants by transferring pollen from the male part of the flower called the stamen to the female part of the flower called the pistil. This results in the plant producing fruit, in this case our cherries. So to ensure we have enough bees, each springtime we hire a handful of beehives like these, and each one has 30 to 40,000 bees in it. All of these bees rely on pollen and nectar from flowers for food. So they need to head out of the hives every day to visit flowers around the orchard. And as the bees go from flower to flower collecting their nectar and pollen, they take the pollen to another flower, and that's what we call cross-pollination. Cross-pollination is basically the transferring of pollen from one flower to another. Honeybees are particularly good for pollination because they take the pollen on their legs from flower to flower. The bees take the pollen from the anther to the stigma, and that's where the cherry starts to form. So you see, this is how plants and bees help one another. The plants make flowers that have nectar and pollen that the bees need for food. Pollen must be transferred between flowers for the plants to produce fruit and seeds so that new plants can be made. And the pollen is transferred by bees while they collect the nectar and pollen. But the bees and the plants aren't the only ones that benefit from this pollination process. We also benefit from the relationship between bees and flowers, because without it, we would not have any cherries or many other yummy fruits and veggies that we like to eat. So next time you see bees buzzing around flowers, make sure you spare a thought for the amazing role they play in Mother Nature.